Hey guys, welcome back. Let's grab a message. I was just asking, who do we have to be concerned about? And I pulled the I pulled the mirror, the reflection. I'm I'm starting to think that our truly our own worst enemy is ourself. And when we see movies portray our every ability and the dark side and all the things that they can do and the light side, and it's like just because we have the ability to do something seriously dark, does it mean that depending on the very specific circumstances that we will live out every situation? I mean, if you were to put yourself in the shoes of the okay, so the origin of our lineage is so far in the past that we can't access certain things that might be the focal point of why we won't do certain things someday. And so if we don't know, like, we can't pinpoint where the crown comes from, or the discernment of, what's the word, I don't know, for lack of a better term, self-power, to discern yourself as making, okay, so we talk a lot about leadership here and being guided by, like, why do we make these decisions and play them out? Like, what gives us the authority? Okay, so it's just like if God himself or herself came and gave you, like, let's just say, like, a glistening, bright, beaming bean where you can't deny it, like the sun, although people try to deny stars all the time. If if God was like, I give you the authority to what? It's like, what are we trying to accomplish here? Because I'm nearly certain my biggest opponent has access to me. And then there's my face. But if like the most monstrous man to ever live, what's his name? I think he was a Chinese guy, and he killed and murdered and raped, like, as many as he could. Like, the mission, like, that was the mission, to kill, rape, and like, why? What is it about? I just, it's like, are you bored, or something happened, and revenge is never, there's never something. Yeah, the void of love in God. Like, okay, so the void is just round and round and round. Like, why are we so gross? And if we can't just kill all the fucked up bad people, because then we're just as bad. And so here we are, and the Marvel movies go on. And like the one movie where they come and get the girl, and she's like playing with her pretend children because she's just living in an illusion because it's better than the reality. And they come to get her like, okay, well, it's time to fight again. And she's like, well, if I do this, then I'm just as bad as, or however it flips on her. And so it's like, what? What are we even trying to do? And then I see a post of my coolest cousin ever. He's 47 and he goes to the skate park. He's a cool older, just living the kind of life like you. I don't know. My cousin seems to have that kind of life that everybody might like. Like the kids, they're all perfect and athletic and like thriving, and the wife is, I mean, just like the whole picture. But like, I know everybody has problems, but if we can't go after the bad people and accomplish some sort of level up of peace in the world, like, what are we doing? Having babies and I don't know what we're doing here, people. What are we doing? Like, finding our own individual path. It's like, what's that Indiana Jones movie? The last one where the dial of destiny. And he's like, why are you going crazy trying to find this thing that your dad went crazy over? He's like, why are you trying to find this thing that your dad literally went crazy over? And she's like, I forget what she said, but she's like, well, wouldn't you? Something like that. And because she got like some piece of information on the treasure map, and she's like, yeah, but I have this information now. And he's like, but it's just another clue, another clue. And it's like, where are we going? What are we doing? Facing our biggest fear, which is, I guess, ourself. If we can envision what we might be able to accomplish in this lifetime, well, biggest dreams, go for the biggest accomplishment, and then make sure that your shadow doesn't fuck it up. That's what it is. Okay, so if we have God on our side, and it's like, sometimes I question God, right? Like, no, like, what are we doing here, God? But if like God is as perfect as we all, it's like the life will continue, like to go towards the sun. Like, it's just the natural, like in the 3D, it's very slow, and so you can go through all the terrible things, all the movies and all the cycles and everything all put together, everything all at once. Just at night sleeping, you can go through the whole thing of life. But we wake up in the 3D, and so we don't have to worry that things are going to immediately, be destroyed or crumbled, or someone's going to die, or like these terrible things. It's like life is actually pretty slow. It's just your thoughts are like light speed. So And I do believe in like parallel universes, so we gotta be careful. And I know I'm sounding a little woohoo, but I'm just trying to find my own path too, you know? And it's like, it's one thing to go after a degree or something, but it's another thing to go after the biggest dream you can think of. It's a whole other thing to be able to even think of the biggest dream. It's like, how do you even know? It's like, okay, so God probably has a better plan, so I'll just let God. But then you have to be part of it, so you got to connect to the thing, and then like, so it's like, who's in charge here? It's a co-created creation. It's a co-creation of life with you as the main character in your life, and God is like, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Well, in the beginning was silence, and then your thought turned into a word, and then you spoke. Like, it's like God and you are kind of like the same, like, depending on what. It gets weird, I know. It's like we gotta accept that we are part of God, and then sit the shadow down when he's like, see, I told you I'm God. Like, yeah, but God doesn't. Who are we to be like, God is this, God is that, you are not this, and you are that? It's like, why do we. We have to identify everything. Identify, and then re-identify, and then match it up. Like, well, that word connects with that color, and identify the connection. Like, it's like, whoa! Just take a shower, put some clothes on, and go to work. Like, no, what are we doing? I can't just go work for somebody. I could, if they were the one, but like, I do want to meet Martha Stewart. I think she'd be cool to work for. 12 minutes. So don't be scared of yourself, or do. You're your worst enemy, and it's really like, once you find the vision, you don't have to be like, am I a bad person for going after this? It's gonna be probably obvious, but like, in certain cases, when you're trying to accomplish some justice, it's different. It's like, what are we doing? I don't know. But if you're just trying to have, I don't know, I don't know. Because what I'm going for here, you guys, is, I don't know. I'm like, okay, if I could do anything, like save the world or shift the people with the worst visions to not have those visions, so we could all have a better vision. I don't know, but can we all just get along? I guess not, because war creates stimulus, right? I know that I stir things up in people when I'm just trying to create peace, but it's like, I guess we have to bring down a bunch of things and rebuild, because it's not even bringing it down. It's like, things are just crumbling because the foundation isn't there, right? So, starts with self. Be aligned with your thoughts and your deeds, and then your connections, and then the connections within the community, and then maybe we can trickle. I mean, we've already started trickling our new way of thinking. It's been trickling in both directions, and so we're getting things done. Like I said, the 3D is so slow. We have to just take it one day at a time, a little bit each day, keep up with the details, and inevitably you will get stronger, more creative, and more accomplished, with your own worst enemy only being you. So, that's what I have for you guys. I hope that helped. I love you so much. Until next time.